Hi everybody. Actually, my my light and love crew. This is a timeless energy reading, but exclusively for the light and love crew. Okay? Angels of light and love, I welcome you into direction to attract these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, and that of my crew. Which inevitably means my family. That also works within the same suit. Okay. Now that's understood. We're going to just do a quick 15-20 minute read. It is 7:36 on the clock. Give me one moment to just situate. Okay? Thank you. Alrighty. Let's see here. What should I be more aware of at this time? Okay. What came first was Five of Wands. Competition. Oh. Conflict. People trying to match the dragon energy. Do you notice the one that's closest is the only one that's donned with armor? That's been granted extra protection? Yes. It's the first time I noticed that. Looking at this card, singularly speaking, that speaks of me and my team. Excellent. This also could mean, like cosplay, like people who vibe at the same level with me. We are leaders of our team, so this is like LARPing, okay? Like just mock trial, Second card that slid over it was the High Priest in reverse. Yeah, this is non-traditional. So, on the first note of what this card was interpreted as, is that this is, there's 3 messages, okay. First off, that it could be, what were we saying about this? Non-traditional form. So the environment that we're in normally doesn't have this type of conflict, or normally we're just like, we wouldn't expect to have this type of conflict in this kind of environment that's so like cut and dry. Not cutthroat, but just like cut and dry. We would kind of expect that in in roles that would depict more extrinsic wealth, like a higher paycheck, or, like that incentive that's just like, like some, the higher level bullshit energy, right? Okay, that would depict conflict. So that would be like the non-traditional form, like, I wouldn't expect that. Okay, whatever. And then the second part in LARPing, it's like, hey, we're teaching, through teaching each other through playful simulations. So that's the second part. The third part is the underworld is bringing the conflict to the surface. This is supposed to be as above, so below in the masculine aspect. I think that's the yang energy. And being that it's like not the usual, like uncustomary, like, okay, this is plan, instead of being plan A or plan B, this is plan M, okay, let's say. And we're going to bring like the orcs to surface, okay? So that's kind of like what that's looking at, like, okay? So those are 3 energies that we need to be aware of. Second is like the Goldilocks syndrome, which is just right, yeah, one's too hot and one's too cold, and we're nestled right in the middle. So what else do you want to say about this, Spirit? Which sides do you want us to like maybe focus on? the most, or like what is accentuated? What do you want to say, Spirit? It's your forum. Okay. The shadow side in reverse. This is excellent. This is 15, which is the devil. In reverse, though. So, what this means is face value. Is that it's a letting go of addictions, toxic behaviors, vices. It's sobering up. It's wising up. Okay, especially if we're looking at our situation here in context. So, okay, when we look at like hectic situations, okay, they want me to get this across. It can have like a very sobering effect, like a killjoy almost. Somebody's trying to rain on the parade. Like, I just put these floats together. Like, do you know how many rose petals it took to come up with that? So it can have like a very sobering effect. The other side to it is just that, the middle ground, the negotiator's ideal is to please all parties. We're LARPing for the hive's good. And making it fun, of course. As fun as possible. Everybody's a participant. That is a participant award. But it's, looking at that, it's sobering in a way that like, I don't need to make it up after I clock out. Like I'm getting the reward at maximum right here within different facets. Like I'm getting paid well enough, you see equanimity, is that right? Equity, because we all have like basically the same ride. We're moving, within the same sequence. It's like, those jet planes, like in Huntington Beach, how they have those air shows. It's basically the same thing, like joshing around a little bit, but structured, okay? Structured chaos. And so when we're looking at that, it's like that's naturally sobering because we're getting our high, our fulfillment organically, and so we don't have to make up for lost time, clocking out and entertaining other lower vibing energies. And then when we look at toxic environments that you wouldn't expect to be toxic, it's so sobering because it's like, this is a reason why not to get settled in this place. It's just another tally mark to say like, okay, well, this should nudge me right out. Not like it's just like the less comfortable you are, the less likely you'll stay put. So that's the divine intervention side of like something that we don't really need to converse of, but energetically we know like this place is not like the best culture for me because there's something very hidden, bullshit politics within this forum that shouldn't even exist here, because like you're fighting over scraps basically. Like I don't want to be not like appreciative. I don't want to be on that level, but it's more like because like it's still bullshit energy if it's you're getting paid like really awesome salary, or at a place with so many perks, like some kind of grouping, like the Regina Georges, right? So it's like, it's just kind of like naturally sobering, like, oh, okay. It's, that tells me how foul certain energies are, with like no regard, So it keeps us not on our toes, but on our feet, without being exhausted. just we see it for what it is, and we just, like, we keep going until we move on, when we're in places where they're not so deserving of our energies at the level that we work on, the level that we operate or live on. It's like, okay, I'm not saying like we're above them, but they're definitely acting like beneath us. Like we're not treated with the same respect as we give the place that we are present in. Okay? So that could go for any place. Okay? And so that's what we're looking at here. Oh, okay. I feel like that was a blend of the first spot. Okay. So the underworld. Okay. Oh, letting go of vices. Okay. So if the underworld is bringing the orcs up above, it's saying that a vice is also something that constricts. So it's the underworld releasing all of these entities, like, what is it? The CERN thing? Like the portal thing? Like fucking around with that. You see, like, it's telling me, like, key to CERN, like different like polars, like polar opposites, like it's messing with that energy. It's turning the key from both ends, like burning the stick from both ends or something like that. Like it's doing that, turning the key from both ends. And so something big is coming, something very big, like something is coming to surface, not just like this darkness, but the like publicizing of it is. And like I know that like I only get usually like what, I forgot to time this, holy smokes. Okay, I'll hit it at 8 because of the content. Maximum will be 8:15, so okay. All right. So it's coming to surface, and yeah, I don't really like for this particular thing, like I know it's supposed to reach who it's supposed to reach, and however it looks on the surface, if I have like 2 views on this and 0 likes until 2052 or whatever, it's this is something very substantial, and it's supposed to reach the audience that it's supposed to, regardless of how it looks on the outside, okay? So, this is from my underground crew, okay? And those who, I'm told, desire to be mentored in those ways for the highest good. Knight of Pentacles is being invested. It's in the long game, my friends. It's knowing that there's a journey of precious cargo to deliver. And this is not the easy, like, fast-paced, like, shortcut of, like, name dropping to get that pull. You see that stag right there? There's something divinely... you see the stag right there? Divinely guided within this special forces unit, like special, yeah, I'm being told that. First time I got that. But most definitely. So we ride with grace because we know that we are protected. We are guided by the correct forces, that we are able to, that they're always in close proximity. They may be not in view, but they're like, yeah, it's like embedded in the matrix. You know how there's like glitches? Those are positioned well. There's an encoding for us to learn, okay, to notice these things. So I don't know why I was told to put it at the corner, the bottom corner of the shadows side, which is the Devil card in reverse. Oh, it's that lookout. It's knowing when to release, when to surrender almost. Like it's it's not a forfeit, okay? It's knowing when to contact the divine to, how do I say it? Like drop the mic almost. Yeah, like words of affirmation, like using our voice. You see how it's positioned at the heart chakra and like the top part of it? Like, you know, when you're speaking of like the higher heart, is that top part, which reaches the throat chakra. So it's almost like a shield, like the chest plate is like, yeah, that's what it's looking like. Yeah. So whatever's coming from the shadows it creates, like, when you work with the divine and are invested in that long game, that means that you take it seriously, and you give it due respect, that it almost makes you like, it makes you like bulletproof. Like, what is it? Captain America. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing here. That it shields you. Yeah. Like your heart chakra is impenetrable, and it empowers the next level up of your next the closest chakras. Okay, that includes your solar plexus, because that's the bottom part of it. So it's very strengthening. And for this, you don't even have to like second guess your foundations, your root chakra. So if they go any lower or any, like, you know, it's like a foolproof plan, you know, because they can't, we are already endowed by vehicles of the divine. So, and that's like a shape-shifting energy given what we're faced with. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have the chills. That's crazy. That's crazy. King of Wands. Yeah, pronounced. This is people who are highly confident, like for the right reasons. Like they use their solar plexus and sacral chakras for the, like, it's like charming the pants out of, you know, the world. It's being agile with communication, as well as the prowess of like your totality, your presence. So it's smoothing over the wrinkles. It's dusting off the sheets is what I'm hearing. Like a picnic blanket, like you just, like, you know, straighten it out, but also like, it's like, you know what you do with the carpets too, like rugs. It's the same thing. Like it's a dual aspect, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Because you see, like his cape, his sheets runneth over, right? So it's almost acting like a red carpet. It's the first time I noticed that. That's insane. Yeah, this is absolute royalty. And looking at that, where this signifies the highest standing is that that middle, like Goldilocks thing, because we see the red robe here. You know, like when I had it positioned down there, it's like pointing down to here. I'm getting red rum, like Bone Thugs in the Harmony. Yeah. I don't remember what they say, but I'm getting red rum here. It's almost like killing with kindness, almost like slaying it, like with absolute gratitude, that you know that it only, like, the magic works in the most, like the maximum capacity with that level of kindness, you see, like killing with kindness. So it's like red rum. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Okay. Oh, okay. It slid over the top of the Knight of Pentacles. It is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a massive delivery. Again, we see the indications, the implications carried over from yesterday's reading, which is like the 2 cents, like 2 of Pentacles. But this is like the golden ticket, like maximized. And knowing that the prominent other color in here is that golden ticket, this is the salesman that like it's naturally in their blood, it's naturally in their build. They're an architect of the present times, like absolute, like in order to be super charming, not only do you have to be tuned in and attentive, like observant of other people and your environment, like getting a firm grasp of your resources, but like you have to be fully present. Not just fully aware, but fully present. And what that means is, like, collectively speaking, you're taking your past knowledge too, and it's like constantly comprising, like it's absolutely like co-creating, you know, in its constancy. And having like spirit is like throwing the ball, okay? Like this is you at present time, okay? This is your higher self, always accessible. This is like throwing that pitch, you know? This is, I think that's how it was, yeah. Wait, is it like that? Kind of. Well, anyway, this is supposed to be facing right, but like, it's messing with my mind a little bit. But it's like, it's Captain America, like throwing that shield, like that golden ticket, okay, that we're delivering to our higher selves, like, you know, to accentuate that form. It's that's the bat, right? That's what's coming up. So it's going up to bat for yourself, for your higher self, okay? Because you know ultimately that's invested for the highest good. And even if you don't know that, that's inevitably what it means. Yep. I like it. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Oh, okay. Page of Swords in reverse. It kind of did a flipperoo or whatever. This is, these are spies. These are gossipers. These are people who lie. We tell fibs. They're irresponsible with their tongue, whether in the public or by themselves. They're constantly cursing. Like they're just ungrateful. It's like in the olden times, you know, like you smack somebody's mouth for cussing, right? Or adding to the swear jar, or, you know, that's what that energy is. It's like, you know better, right? Is there like, what this means in spiritual context, it's like, it doesn't matter how much money you have or are in attempts to attaining, you have holes in your pocket, sir, ma'am, miss. You have holes in your pocket. You know what it means? You're like, first things first, you haven't even gone to the basics of that wand energy, Page of Wands. You haven't learned anything from that, because you don't start with a sword. You start with the wand energy, the sticks, right? And it's like you're not picking up what they're dropping when it comes to the spiritual realm. What were we saying about this? It means that if we were to look at this as stick in hand, this is the Page of Wands in reverse. It means like tying up loose ends, which means like you need to mend those holes in your pocket, okay? So that you feel more fulfilled once you attain, once you earn, okay? Because the more you take, the more you want to shove it in your pockets and try to make room for more. And that's why the holes runneth deep. Yeah. So again, when we're looking at CERN, whatever that portal like opening is, that's the kind of like energy behind it. It's greed. It's wanton greed. Okay. Anything else? Oh, okay. Yep. Seven of Wands. It fell on the right side. What this means. What does it mean, Spirit? It's holding the higher ground. It might also mean being defensive, but it's also holding the ground of being on defense, which means that sometimes that's purposeful. Yeah. Especially when your team that you once knew, like, gangs up on you. Or means to challenge you. So, what do you want to say about that, Spirit? I need a clarifier for the Seven of Wands. It feels a little blank there. It's like, I don't know, what is that? The Chariot. First it was an upright, then when it fell on the floor it was inverted. It's moving past this energy, holding the higher ground. Sometimes it's like, kind of like holding your tongue, but like sticking it to the man, you know? Sometimes several, you know? Knowing that, like, it's just like holding your ground by withdrawing that energy, withdrawing that energy and moving on. Like, yeah, what we started off with that energy, and knowing that, like, we already know better, just like inverted, so we're moving on. You hear that? The drag racing, or, you know, like that exhaust, gunning it. Like, this is the part where it like helps it's a cue to expedite onto the next, right? Yeah. Especially if that happens like on a lower level of the hierarchy, or something that you don't expect, like within just like the chillness of the day. That means that traveled from all the way up, right? Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Okay. Yep. Teaching. Okay. So this is, Four of Swords and the Ace of Cups here. It's about teaching what's really, replenishing, like what can really quench a thirst. It's no longer being thirsty, no longer being in that player energy, in the reversal, right? Because some people like fake it till they make it. Like they think that this is just like a formula, and it's like, oh, you can like gun it after like you apply the formula, because you can, it's like making a steel for it or something. But like, no, Spirit is teaching us specifically, like you're gonna hit a brick wall. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. So like Spirit is encouraging us through different facets of energy, through our sheer example, that we're kind of mentors in our own light. So it's like, you know what? I can see where you're going with this, and I understand. I've been in similar places like that, if not the same.